This country is at war with Germany.
And I actually remember hearing Chamberlain, and it was on car radio outside the school in Valentine Road.
People suddenly started putting blackouts up on their windows, and reality hits you. You're not going to be the same again.
The atmosphere in Liverpool was that everybody wanted to do something. They wanted to do their bit because our backs were to the wall.
You know, your brothers were going off to war. Life was being changed.
Even in the midst of the storm and stress of battle, in the midst of the greatest war effort this country has ever known, labelled and loaded and not forgetting their gas masks, the children head for the special train.
I was evacuated about 2 hours after the declaration of war.
And then when war started, and my husband came in and said the kiddies been taken away. And I said, where are they? He said, I don't know where they've gone.
We were marched to Chubbuck Station. We didn't know where we were going either, but we actually finished up in Mold.
I found out where they were, went up to Betsy Code. They were there for 6 weeks and I wasn't happy with the conditions we're in.
And I can remember hearing the older children saying, oh, they're going over to bomb Liverpool. And I used to think, I wonder if my parents are still alive.
I brought them home and they had them on me for so many weeks, and the bombs started dropping them.
The Blitz had started.
Of May 1941, the first night of the May Blitz. Just before 11 p.m, 43 enemy aircraft attack Merseyside. The first bombs fall onto Wallasey.
We looked over Liverpool and we could see all the sky was all lit up bright red with all the fires, and our mum was back down there with the rest of our family.
2nd of May 1941, the second night of the May Blitz. 65 enemy aircraft bombed Liverpool city centre for over 2 hours.
We were watching Liverpool in flames and the burning embers from Lewis's set like this on fire. The gun barrage got louder and louder.
3rd of May 1941, the third and the most devastating night of the May Blitz, saw 298 enemy aircraft attack Merseyside for 6 hours.
The whole city centre was an absolute firebomb. It was all just an inferno. Then we saw there was this big pen clock go, and there was just a yellow haze over everything, and everything was flattened. And this yellow haze.
All you could see was the doorways and the windows. They had no roofs on and they were all blazing. And they were all buildings all alight.
4th of May 1941, the fourth night of the May Blitz. With many fires still burning from the previous night, emergency services are stretched and water is scarce.
Everywhere was all cordoned off, and we didn't have any water for 3 days.
We walked down to Addison Street, and as we were walking down, I remember looking over and seeing the top part of the school was all bombed, and there was rubble coming out of the windows and the doors, and people were digging with their hands.
5th of May, 1941. The 5th night of the May Blitz. Residential areas are severely damaged.
An incendiary bomb is like a giant match, and it burns very vigorously, and there was so much wood within the church that it quickly burned, and the tower acted almost as a chimney.
And I remember St. Luke's when the bell fell down. It was 10 to 4 in the morning when it came ringing down, and we knew then it had gone.
I can always remember walking up Ball Street and going up there, and there's two mothers feeding their babies sitting on the rubble, and it was just like, life's got to go on.
Yesterday morning at 2:41 a.m. at General Eisenhower's headquarters, the designated head of the German state signed the act of unconditional surrender. Today is Victory in Europe Day.
During the May Blitz, there was something like 13 different churches bombed. 6 were demolished, 6 were rebuilt, and St. Luke's was left. Nobody knew quite what to do with it. Opening St. Luke's and having good things go on there was to try and counter that atmosphere of darkness and replace it with something good that would bring people together rather than separate them. During Chinese New Year, you'll see 3,000 people sitting on those steps, waiting for the parade to come by. When the Giants came to Liverpool, people stood on the steps of the church. It is a focal point for the city.
Even though it's crumbling, it still looks like it should be here and it should stay here.
I think it's peaceful, it's enchanting, and it's a sanctuary.
People in Liverpool learn every day about the horrors of war through St. Luke's and seeing it as a testament to the bravery of the people of Liverpool.